What do you do when your third wedding anniversary falls on a Tuesday night? You go to bike night, that's what you do. Stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin, this is Whiskey and Rides, and yes, you heard that right. This is my third wedding anniversary, and Christina and I are taking a little drive out to bike night at the Urban Hotel and Bar. It's the first bike night of the year that we're heading to, and couldn't be more excited. Spring has definitely come in like a lion. I think we're sitting somewhere around, I don't know, 26, 27 degrees Celsius. And it's a fantastic night to be riding. We both put in a full day of work. We're heading out to bike night a little bit earlier than normal because we have a few other things we got to get done later this evening. But yeah, we wanted to take the opportunity and get out, put on some miles, and eat our first bike night burger of the year. Oh, we got a few early birds out here. So the mailman showed up today. Let's see what he brought us. All right. So we got the kuryakyn adapters for the floorboards. Got a little drag specialty throttle tube. And Van's grips. I think we're going to leave the throttle tube and the grips for another day. What I'm going to be using the kuryakyn adapters for is to take these kuryakyn floorboards off of the Honda and move them over to the wife's new Sportster. I don't think these are going to be permanent on the Sportster, but we wanted to try them out, see how they go since we already have them here. And then if she likes the floorboards versus the pegs that are on there, we'll get something a little bit more permanent. What I got to do to get these off the Honda is pretty straightforward. There is a pin holding the entire unit to the bike itself. Here's just a cotter pin underneath here that's holding this pin in, so we'll pop that out. And once that's off, the floorboard is held to the adapter by this bolt here, so we'll remove that. We'll put the new one on and try it out on the Sportster. What we got to do on the Sportster here, just remove this bolt here. That's going to let the whole peg slide out, and we'll put the adapter spline on there and then mock up the floorboard to that. I think this is a 9/16 on both ends. Anyway, gonna get it done. All right, there we go, job done. Floorboards are on. Fairly easy job, really. Took a little bit of dicking around to get the adjustment right, but I think we got her. I personally don't like the look of it that much, but you know what they say, happy wife, happy life, I guess. So on the old Honda, I've got some old foot pegs that I'll put back on here, I guess. I think this bike's mostly going to sit most of this year. I might get a chance to start tearing it down later in the summer. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hardtail it, turn it into a bobber. Might have got myself a little too motivated tonight. I went ahead and put the Van's grip onto the throttle tube. That was a little bit of a pain in the ass. A lot more work than I wanted for at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday night, but went on. Basically just lubed the throttle tube up with a little bit of spit and just had to keep working it up to get it on.
That's what she said?
Now that it's on, seems like it's not going anywhere. It's nice and solid. The throttle tube has some ridges that run along it that seem to hold it in place. But before I get too excited, I know a throttle tube's easy enough to put on. I'm a little concerned about how easy this is going to go on to the left-hand handlebar there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by putting this one on the left-hand handlebar, make sure it goes on before I do the throttle side. Let's see how this goes. Well, that went a little easier than I expected. Basically, T25s off the housing there, took the T27s out of there. I'm not sure if I actually needed to, but it seemed to let this come apart a little easier. Slid the old grip off, put a little saliva just on the inside of there, and slid her right on. Took a little bit of work, but not nearly as much as the throttle tube. So I guess we'll go ahead, get the throttle side put on, and we'll see. This should dry out pretty good and be nice and solid, but I guess we'll see. Well, there we go. Another job done tonight. Throttle went on as expected. Changing the throttle tube is pretty easy, I think. Got that all adjusted. The clutch hand is good. Still a little bit loose, I guess, if you could say. Maybe a little slippery. I'm sure that'll dry off overnight and be good to go in the morning. I guess we'll put the bike away for tonight and go have some beers.
One eternity later.
Well, I think that's going to about wrap it up for this video. I was hoping the new suspension was going to be in so we could get that installed and included, but Friday afternoon hasn't shown up yet, so we'll see what happens. Me and the wife are going to head out for a little burn. So until next time, this is Whiskey and Rides.